Thank you very much for being here on this day for a small brief and presentation from Asian Granito, AGL. This last quarter, as we all are aware, that have been very different than the normal business quarters we talk about. Have been with different developments which can be very positive to some of the industries like us also sometimes, and some have faced some kind of troubles and speed breakers in their growth. However, as far as AGL is concerned, the basic numbers were very stressed because of the physical non-availability of the movement and transportation mainly, and non-availability of the labor majority. However, the company has remained very strongly in terms of order booking conditions and proposed orders and future deliveries are concerned. In the first quarter, our sales was low. This happened mainly due to the lockdown in India and lockdown world over. Could not get the enough transportation to move our goods in India and abroad internationally. Hence, the quarter one has resulted into a degrowth of say 58.5% approximately, and our turnover for initially was around 129 crore against of Q1 of 312 crore. However, the positive side during this is very strong and good part with the company is that we had enough orders and material was ready, and which we have started supplying as immediately after the lockdown was opened and started, and which has given us a very high boost in our sales after the month of July itself. Like the August month onwards, we have been almost back into the action completely 90%, although our peer group and competitive companies are still somewhere managing or struggling to bring back their operations so far. I am proud to announce that under the leadership of our chairman, Mr. Kamlesh Patel, we could manage to operate all the plants at very early stage, and we were the first one in India who started operations in all the manufacturing units at first. However, most of the units they added on their operations later on. And because of this advantage, a step ahead movement over others, we started our deliveries also very quickly, internationally as well as domestic also. So this was a very good leadership taken by our chairman, Mr. Kamlesh Patel, and the very sharp execution of the strategy was done to get the laborers back in action, get the vendors back in fold, get the suppliers and our dealers back in action. So this was done with the help of marketing team and with the help of operational team. However, as you would be more keen to know and understand about the results, results have been, as I said, that it was under stress for the first quarter, where EBITDA also went into negative, and our PAT also remained negative. Good part of the company as of now is that we are almost back in action completely, and looking forward for a very significant growth in coming quarters, rest of the quarters, including the second and third quarter itself, where most of the companies are still trying to get into operations completely. We have a very strong and active marketing team. Because of their active participation, we could get a substantial number of orders in hand to execute, which is globally also and local also. Asian Granito, basically with the brand of AGL, have always been focusing on B and C class city rather than focusing on major metros, and this has given a immense advantage at this stage, because the labor movement, labor transformation from metros has gone back to B and C cities and rural areas, which is our peer market, which is our main core market rather I would say core market, sorry. And in that market, the activities are comparatively much better than metros, because one, the availability of manpower is there, availability of material is there, and second, people are having much more time available to do. One is reconstruction of houses, Second is replacement of their floorings and walls. And third is constructing of new houses. And because of the government policy, lot of rural housing, sanitation, and under the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan also, lot of sanitation activities are being taken place. And budget housing is in a big swing, is up there. So we directly fit into that category where these kind of a markets we are talking about, and we are having a very strong hold in these markets. So hopefully the coming quarter, all the 3 quarters, we would have a very, very strong number, and we would be showing a very strong path of growth in coming quarters. That's what I am very, very sure. Considering the sale what we had in last, especially in the month of August and July, it gives us a lot of confidence to see that we are back in action and we are back in almost at a neutral space. So this is what it is about the domestic market and the post-pandemic situation. At the same time, I would like to mention here that AGL has also started focusing a lot on international global market also. This is mainly due to the advantageous place we have as an Indian product in the world market. Recently, you all are aware that there is a big showdown going on with China and Chinese products. Most of the countries either banned their products or they have levied a very high amount of anti-dumping duty, including America. USA also has laid down a lot of anti-dumping duty, especially on our products, which are like similar products to tiles and quartz, which is our forte, and we have been supplying to other countries also. So there is a substantial large amount of gap is available in the market. As per my knowledge, the world over, China has been the largest exporter of all kinds of tiles, quartz, and synthetic marble, man-made marble to the world. But in the recent last 4 months, the change has completely reversed. Most of the countries where China has a major hold, and their neighboring countries also, like Thailand, Taiwan, then Indonesia, Philippines, Malaysia, they were having a major market share in these countries. Those countries have turned their faces to China and they have reversed them, and now they are looking forward for the countries like India supply them. I'm proud to announce that there have been several new contracts signed with these countries, especially with Thailand. Very large contract has already been signed with them for also looking and Navy to be there in their market, and they would be outsourcing and marketing with their brands for 21 countries as per our information as of now. Also, the company has started exporting to the other Asian countries like, as I said, Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, then Japan, Korea, and Middle East. So these countries where there have been a dominating phase from China, we would have a much stronger role to play therein, and we would definitely capture, as an Indian company, as an Indian supplier, a better market share. With us, other companies are also focusing there, especially on organized companies. I am talking about the organized sector companies, which are like top 10 companies, if I can say, these markets. But our advantage is as a geographical location. We are comparatively much more closer to the companies which are based in North or in Central India. We are very, very close to the port. Our cost efficiency is much better than others, and because of that, definitely we become very, very competitive in international market. So this would be another addition where we are looking forward very positively to have a better chunk in the total portfolio of export sales also. And this year, I think we would be having a much better sales as a segment, as an export segment in the total market. We would be thinking in coming year to cross the last year's sales. Not only cross, I think our target is to double the sales last year what we have made it in the export market. With the orders in hand, it looks possible to us that we would be able to achieve the same. USA is also one of the markets where we are focusing. We are opening our own display centers here, A couple of phases already has been done and implemented, and rest of the phases in process, where we would have our own display centers, stock points also, and this would help us to penetrate a very large, huge market in US. As per our knowledge and our record, China used to sell more than 6,000 crore Indian rupees tiles, only tiles. Okay, I'm not talking about the quartz. Quartz is a separate segment itself. The tile itself is over 6,000 crore market is there in US itself, and the rest of the market, if you compare about, if you talk about Canada, Australia, and other European countries, China had a significant market share. This share would be divided now among Indian companies and Asian companies mostly, because we would be starting export to them. And the trends are already there. People are coming to us online. They are asking us, and instead of asking for the physical samples and physical quotes and everything, most of the things, thanks to this pandemic, has been converted into digitalization. Our company has gone a big way into digitalization of arranging samples, arranging the feedbacks, arranging the quotes, arranging all the support system to them, and a virtual visit to the factory or virtual display to them we are arranging. Because of this, we are able to close a lot of good deals from the international market, and hopefully this coming quarter would give us a very high amount of sales from export market also. So this is a small brief, I think, from us, and now it's open to the floor for any other questions. With us, I have our chairman, Mr. Kamlesh Patel, my co-director, Mr. Ritwij, and our CFO and our analyst also here in the meeting. So any question is invited. Thank you very much for patient listening to me. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin the question answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handset while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. We take the first question from the line of Ankur Agarwal from RC Solutions. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. मेरा क्वेश्चन क्वार्ट्ज को लेकर था. ये क्वार्ट्ज के मार्केट में क्या स्थिति है यूएस के मार्केट में, जो चाइना पर एंटी डंपिंग ड्यूटी लगी है, इसके बाद इंडियन क्वार्ट्ज.
I'm sorry, I could not hear you at all because there is a lot of disturbance in the voice. Can I request you to please repeat the question? Can I request you to please repeat the question because it was not audible to me.
Hello, now audible?
Yeah, it's okay. It's better. Now better.
ये यूएस ने एंटी डंपिंग ड्यूटी लगाया था चाइना के ऊपर क्वार्ट्ज पे. उसके बाद से इंडिया का एक्सपोर्ट और हमारी कंपनी का एक्सपोर्ट का क्या स्थिति है क्वार्ट्ज टू यूएस, इसके बारे में कुछ ब्रीफ जानकारी दे पाएंगे?
You have an excellent question. See, as an Indian, there is an anti-dumping duty on Chinese products, and it goes up to as high as 700% also. From on all the flooring and wall products, which is including tiles and quartz also. So advantage, we are getting advantage in a big way. And as you must be aware that we are adding production of quartz in coming days also. So we are getting a much better share in US, and especially quartz is helping us in getting market for tiles also in US. So this is kind of first stepping stone in US market, which we have already iterated and we have already placed there. So आज की डेट में what you are saying that anti-dumping duty plus anti-China movement which is going on in US is helping us because our quality is equally good and sometimes it is better than some of the Chinese products and our prices are very, very competitive. So now we are getting substantial good feedback and support in sales from US.
क्या एक्सपोर्ट हम प्रेरित कर रहे हैं अपनी कंपनी का क्वार्ट्ज, स्पेशली क्वार्ट्ज को लेके कि क्या हम एक्सपोर्ट कर पाएंगे यूएस से?
Quartz, we are expecting something around over 100 crores we will achieve definitely this year. Maybe in the last 3 months we will get something better last quarter of this year. So it may go up also, but minimum we will cross 100 plus CR in this year.
लास्ट ईयर कितना था सर फाइनेंशियल ईयर 20 में, उससे कितना ग्रोथ मिलेगा हमको क्वार्ट्ज में?
Quartz standalone quartz itself, it is going to be a substantial growth because last time the growth was joint. There was another company also with us. It is called Camrola. So our share was very small, but this time it is a standalone AGL itself. Our own brand, our own product, our own company. So we have a much better growth in this year.
758 tiles and quartz.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Before we take the next question, a reminder to the participants, if you have a question, please press star then 1 on your touchtone telephone. The next question is from the line of Deepak Mehta, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Deepak bhai, good evening.
Thank you for taking my... Good, sir. Hope you and everyone is doing well.
No, we are very well, and we hope your family and you all are doing well. And you are sitting in Mumbai, so I think you are from Mumbai. So we are more concerned about you all guys who are from Mumbai.
Yes, sir. Thank you once again, sir. So my question is about quartz and the US market only. So what is the margin for the US market, sir, for in the quartz and tile market?
The EBITDA margins are substantially is higher than other markets in US because US marketing system is very different. They keep a very high margins normally for themselves also as well as for vendors also. So EBITDA margin is almost like 25% plus than the local other markets. For quartz, I'm talking about only quartz, right?
Yes, sir. For quartz specifically.
Average EBITDA margin, it comes to around 10% to us, for the basket of the product. Because some products are like a vanilla ice cream. We have to sell it sometimes, which is like almost negligible margin we get it. But to get the whole basket being supplied there, we have to supply everything from vanilla to flavored this thing.
Okay. And to capture the market, are we willing to negotiate on price, or we are willing to increase the price? Is there any strategy as we have good opportunity due to anti-dumping on China? So what is the long-term opportunity and our company strategy, sir, to capture the maximum market share?
Definitely, we would not think for increasing the price right now because this is the time to make a food base there. Okay, what we are thinking is to make a much stronger network, much stronger penetration. So we would like to hold on the price and keep it same and rather increase the volume. So last year, if you say our volume on export market was something around, consolidated volume was around 158 crore, okay, which includes the US market also. This year our target is almost double, okay, and this can be done with the similar quality and quantity we are giving. At the same time, the price is maintained because in international market, if you keep changing every month or every quarter prices, it gives a negative signal, So we need to be very consistent. So at least for time being, I don't think this would be wise enough to increase the price.
Okay. And one last question, sir. How is the demand in the Q2 and how it is going in this July and August? How is the demand in the US market for quartz?
Deepak bhai, as per our knowledge, demand has started opening up, but US is comparatively slower than India as of now. Okay, our Indian market has grown up very, very fast, and we opened up all the factories I mentioned, and our sales, by God willing and with the God's grace, has been very good this last 2 months and this month also itself, July and August this month. And the US market is opened up, but definitely not at the same pace as India has opened up and resumed.
Okay. So thank you for the clarification and best wishes, sir. Best of luck.
Yeah, India market has opened up mainly because of these B and C class cities, which are like, still very safe. And not of the much of the issues are there as related to COVID and pandemic, because the major issue if you see of this COVID, it is like in the metro cities and A-class cities, if you can say. So that is another advantage we have because हमारा market जो है वो उन cities में ही था जहाँ पर बहुत ज़्यादा effect नहीं आया है. अगर आप villages में जाएंगे rural areas में जाएंगे तो there is hardly any effect of this pandemic now.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepak bhai. Thank you very much and take care of yourself.
Thank you. A reminder to the participants, if you have a question, please press star then 1 on your touchtone telephone. The next question is from the line of Ankur Agarwal from RC Solutions. Please go ahead.
तो जैसा कि आपने कहा कि 100 करोड़ आपको जिस ईयर फ्रॉम क्वार्ट्स लगता है, तो हमारा पीक कैपेसिटी कितना है टोटल क्वार्ट्स का?
Ankur ji, can I request you to repeat the question again? The voice was not clear. So I can.
हेलो.
एक बार please वापस एक बार बोलिए ना.
हाँ, ये हमारा टोटल कैपेसिटी क्वार्ट्स का कितना है?
Capacity, we are having 3 production line, and in terms of amount you say, so we can make something around 150 crore approximately. I mean, if we convert, it's very difficult to convert in terms of money because it depends on thickness, then color, and finish, something like this thing. But I am just giving an idea that 3 lines can give us. If we take something like, standard 15 mm thickness kind of a thing, then can give us around 150 crore turnover.
And just to add, we have, proposition to set up a new unit which should be operational and commenced by the next 24 months. This will actually augment the existing capacities. So, roughly, if you could add up to from 110 plus around 150 odd crores, which should, I'm not able to, give you a ballpark figure in terms of crores, but in terms of square meters, we should be doing significantly better or almost 2.5 to 3 times the existing capacity.
Absolutely.
इसमें जो टोटल कैपेसिटी है उसमें डोमेस्टिक कितना रहता है और एक्सपोर्ट कितना रहता है, या मैक्सिमम पार्ट एक्सपोर्ट के रहते हैं डोमेस्टिक?
Domestic market is still not, grown up. It's very small, and majoritarily we are focusing on, Western market, which includes, as I said, USA. So I think domestic would be always less than 25%, and 75% would be export market.
And we actually export to more than 78 odd countries. So, which is excluding USA. So we are exporting tiles, quartz, marbles, etc. But for quartz in particularly, if we add on to the US market, which is roughly a 5,000 crore market, and our sales are virtually at 110 odd crores. And we try to substantiate that or increase our allocation to a specific market like US. You could do the numbers. The ballpark figure is, or the range is very wide. As a result, the management has taken a decision that over the next 2 years, we should have additional or augmented capacity to the existing quartz segment.
सर, हमारी बुक्स में कैश कितना है एक्चुअली?
The total debt in our debt is 330. 330, which is including working capital. Total.
अभी हमें कोई कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर करना है या कुछ बुक्स आगे होंगी उसको डेट से रिड्यूस करना है, कुछ प्लान है ऐसे आगे 1-2 साल के लिए?
Definitely, I mean, we are working on some comprehensive formula to reduce our debt, and this would be seriously, we will be thinking. Our chairman has already given us as a pathway to see that in coming 1 year at least, in next 12 to 18 months, there is a drastical reduction in debt you will see. We are working on that.
Okay. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. That's all for my side.
Thank you, Ankurji. Thank you very much.
Thank you. A reminder to all participants, if you wish to ask a question, please press star then 1 on your touchtone telephone. Next question is from the line of Sunil Shah from Turtle Star PMS. Please go ahead.
Yeah, sir, my question is on the competitive landscape in terms of the players from India who can do this quartz export business. So we are there, who else, who are the other ones, and the opportunity size of the US market. If you could give us some understanding on the opportunity and the players, and how are they placed in terms of what advantage they have, what advantage we have, etc. If you could give us an industry perspective on quartz export, please.
Sunil bhai, I think you're very right. There isn't a great opportunity because the quad market basically was dominated by China, followed by Italy, Spain, and then India used to come in. And India was almost like on 6th and 7th number. But this reminds me the situation of India around 15 years before in tile market also. When I used to project 15 years before that India would be, number 2 or number 3 in the world tile production capacity. So that time people used to really make a big question mark that how come it is possible. And today, fortunately, by God's grace, India is in the same situation. The quad market exactly in the similar situation, which is like, we were having around 15 years back in tile industry, ceramic tile industry. Today, this market is basically dominated by Italians, Spanish, and Chinese. And almost 60% world market was dominated by China, which is like open. So you can understand opportunity for India, Spain, Turkey, and Italy is a phenomenal. And everybody, if you see the numbers and if you Google out the numbers, everybody is increasing and getting a much better share in the market everywhere, world over. As far as Indian market is concerned, the players are concerned, we are one among the top 3 players of quads now in India. And hopefully, as my co-director, Mr. Ritwij, just mentioned that we are adding on in large capacity in quad. So I think by that time we would be number 1 in India in terms of quantity and turnover both. As far as quality is concerned, our quality is established. My co-director, Mr. Ritwij, already mentioned that we are exporting to more than 70 countries as of now. And our chairman, Mr. Patel, has already told me to make sure that we touch 100 countries in this financial year for export. So our team is already working to make sure that this year we are exporting to substantial increased number of countries. And it means that our quality is acceptable, established, and we have been getting repeated orders from all these companies and countries. So as far as the opportunity is concerned, this is a very good opportunity. Only physical movement is restricted. So we have to depend on digitalization of the company and then communication, which we are doing it. And I think there would be a substantial support in this year balance sheet from the quad in bottom line, especially in EBITDA, as an average EBITDA.
Sir, I appreciate, our company's positioning in the entire industry. My other insight that I would like to get from you is the value terms, how much export or how much is the import that is happening in US. So in value terms, how much is that opportunity size? And apart from us, who are the other players and how big are they or how small are they? And where do we rank ourselves? Meaning, are we the largest? We are the number 2, number 3. How does that work out at an industry level? If you could give me some more understanding. I can completely understand about our company's positioning. I would like to get competitors' positioning as well.
Market size is very huge. The market size in US is a fact at 11,000 crore Indian rupees. Out of which it was like almost 6,000 crore was dominated by or covered by China. So I think I would request my co-director, Mr. Ritwij, because he is expert on this specific topic. So he would just give you the numbers and everything about the quad in US.
No, sure. It is like this. Virtually across the segment, what happened is over the last 3 years, we have significantly ramped up our exports, coming from 30 crores to 60 crores to 180 or 150 odd crores. That constitutes all the segments predominantly from tiles, marble and quartz. Quartz taking a significant jump in that. And over a period, what has happened is universally in US, up till about 12 months back, we were doing systematically a lot of exports to that. Now, there was an anti-dumping duty which had come across, due to which the quartz segment particularly had, a small lag period. As of July 1st, that same duty, anti-dumping duty, has been imposed on China to the extent of 250%, whereas to India, it is to the extent of just 7%. So that market, which was imports from exports to America and China, that market was virtually 11,000 odd crores. Now that gap all of a sudden has risen or the import, the actual price in terms of export has increased by that much percent of 258%. In India, we were amongst the top 2 or top 3 largest players who was actually exporting these products over the last period of 3 years. So, over the period of 3 years, we have been consistently increasing our exports. Thereby, what has happened is our product has been universally accepted. Over the last 18 months, we have actually increased our number of export clientele. And the third thing is, we have actually increased the number of sizes. Typically you have a small size of 30 by 30. We actually do a larger format of 12 by 6 square feet. Now, that has virtually gained a lot of traction as well as importance in being acceptance.
Okay.
If you talk about India, it would be virtually, we are at the second stage. I mean, we are the,
second round?
Roughly within a span of 24 months, we would be the largest player to export a quad segment from India to 78 odd countries, including now US, which would be substantially higher. Because typically, the quad segment has a very good EBITDA margin. So to cut short your conversation or to brief it up, I would say that we are virtually at the number 1 position in the quads particular segment, with existing 110 odd crores coming from quads and an augmented and additional capacities going on stream within the next 24 months. The first sales could be as early as within a span of 8 to 10 months.
Great, sir. Appreciate that. Yeah, I completely. Thanks very much for this insight. Sir, I have one more question, which is I just want to understand your cash conversion cycle. What I'm trying to say here is that the time when we make the quads as a product and the time for shipment and we send it to the US market, what is the period in which we receive our money and how the sales actually happens in the US market? Meaning we have distributors, we have dealers, we have direct buyers, they keep inventories. If you could give me some better understanding into this as well, please. Thank you.
The international market is excellent. Cash conversion in international market is very, very quick because we do not deal anything besides LC. Okay, the conversion rate of Indian market is much longer than international market. So as far as our policy is concerned as a company, we are doing everything under LC. So our conversion rate is almost zero there. But when we talk about average conversion, then it takes around 45 days.
45 days, yes.
Okay. So I'm talking about the quads exports. There it is not much of an issue is what you are saying.
So conversion is say around 30 days you can talk about that.
Okay. And sir, we have dealer distributors for US markets for quads exports?
Sorry?
For the quads exports business, we have dealers and distributors in the US market?
Yes,
of course.
Yes.
Okay. And they keep the inventory and so they give us orders, we make it, we ship it. How is it? Or we give products to them? I just want to understand the inventory which will be there with the distributors overseas.
In the US, we are not holding any inventory at all. We are not holding anything on behalf of them. They are buying from us. They are our distributors. They are managing their own inventory at their level. And I think they hold at least for 90 days their inventory because in US, this is a normal culture for any construction business material. It takes around 90 to 120 days for them to liquidate them and their cash cycle is much longer than Indian market.
Okay. Fine, sir. Thank you very much. All the best on the opportunities which are there for you. We'll look forward to seeing great numbers from the company. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Take good care of yourself. Thank you very much.
Thank you. A reminder to all participants connected to this conference, if you wish to ask a question, please press star then 1 on your touchtone telephone. The next question is from the line of Ketan Mehta from One Up Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, sir. My question is related. Yeah, thank you. Sir, my question is related to the other businesses apart from the US market. You are supplying to many other countries, and there is a fear that there is a general slowdown in the global economy and of course the Indian economy. Your views on that? That is the first one. And secondly, there is a concentration regarding from the company side to communicate and do more businesses to the retail customers. Your views on that regarding the two segments for the year. Could you please guide on that?
Ketan bhai, your question is a very right question, that there is a general slowdown. But I take it other way also. This pandemic has given a lot of opportunity to country like India, where we were not focusing on so many businesses and so many opportunities, and suddenly we are looking at them. And like, you see pharma business suddenly has shooten up. And same thing if you talk about, our market. Our market was something like this, where China has a very strong dominance everywhere in the world. Wherever we go, people used to tell us directly that, look, we are buying Chinese tile. Can you compare this tile, this price and this thing? Now there is suddenly very different change. There is a change atmosphere world over in this business. People are not discussing us that this is a Chinese tile, this is the price, this is the quantity. Can you match it? Then we talk about other years. Get lost. There's nothing is happening like that. People are coming in a different way to us. They're saying, we don't want to buy China tile. Can you give us something similar or better than that? And the price is like it's becoming a secondary choice to them, rather than they are focusing more on non-Chinese products everywhere. So this pandemic has given us a very big, opened up a very big window and very high scope for penetrating ourselves into and venturing ourselves into the untapped market. So yes, in totality there is a slowdown. But when we talk about as an Indian manufacturer of certain goods, for us there is a very huge window has been opened by this event, and I think we would have a much better place to play now rather than previous trade.
Also to add Malaysia, Thailand, and
as I mentioned before, also just Mr. Ritwij also reminded me. I give you a very very good example. China in their neighboring countries is like a god. Okay, they used to penetrate their market, and they used to give very long credit to them. So they used to look at always for Chinese product, and they used to buy like Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines, Taiwan. Today, as even if we talk about Taiwan, we are supplying from India. Not only we, there are some companies also supplying from India a very huge amount of tiles. Taiwan is like a part of China indirectly, if you say. But they are buying tiles from us. Vietnam is buying tiles from us. Malaysia is buying tile of us. We have already made a large setup and large association with Indonesia. Thailand has already signed a large treaty with us for a business. So these are markets which we have never thought that it would be our market, because China was dominating almost 100% there. So these are like, it is now they are out of this market, and we are getting into these markets also.
Okay. Thank you. Sir, one small bookkeeping question. How is the gas prices, as far as our cost is concerned? The trend in the gas prices.
Interestingly, you see, crude has gone down very badly, and it has supported us. So this is called blessing in disguise. In last 4 months, if you see the crude and gas is indirectly related. So price has gone substantially.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you, Ketan bhai. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you. A reminder to all participants connected to this conference, if you have a question, please press star then 1 on your touchtone telephone. A reminder to all participants connected to this conference, if you wish to ask a question, please press star then 1 on your touchtone telephone. Next question is from the line of Asim Bharti from IDFC Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi everyone. Hello.
Can I get the name again, please?
Yeah, this is Asim from IDFC Securities.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, hi. So actually my question was you just made a comment, and you've been talking about this across the call as well, that you made inroads in Vietnam, Taiwan, Malaysia. I just wanted to know what has really prompted them to look away from China. See, in the US, it is quite clear the anti-dumping duties have really priced China out of the market. But in these countries, is there something similar in terms of duty structure or any other economic reason why they are looking away to diversify away from China?
One thing we have to understand, which is a fact, which is, unwritten fact, that US dominates the world over almost all the countries and they dictate. So there is an indirect message has been communicated to world over everywhere, besides Russia, that, it has to be followed like this. So a lot of companies under pressure from US, they have gone, and a lot of companies emotionally, out of emotions or out of compulsion, they have done this thing. So politically, what are the reasons? I cannot comment on this thing, but practically when we talk about these countries have taken a stand, which is very clear, not only about tiles, in general, for all the products which so far they have been importing from China, to be little away from China. So this is happening across the board. It is not happening only just for the tiles or for quartz.
Okay. Also to add on to the fact that all these countries were taking some kind of exports to USA. When you understand that the country of origin from where the goods are being manufactured, when it lays on or when it stresses on China, USA might have some kind of difficulties, or I would not put it as difficulties, some kind of issues regarding the product of origin. So, all these countries, when they are exporting substantial quantities, it's just that China was exporting, say, 11,000 crores worth of tiles and 5,000 crores worth of, quartz. But all these countries simultaneously, like India, were also exporting to USA. Although in smaller quantities, could be in the range of from 100 to 1,000 odd crores. But when USA takes a stand that, we would not encourage products from China, then the issue lies on that when you see the country of origin comes from China, all products would have a similar issue in stance. So to brief it or to sum it up all, probably all these countries are now looking at other avenues than China and India. Basically world over in tiles and quartz, they were comparing India-China. So the next logical best option is India. And amongst India, in the quartz segment, we are amongst the number 2. In the tile segment, we have substantial exports. So already in the export markets, we've been there since the last 3 years, significantly ramping up. Today, for the quarter-on-quarter YOY, to stress on YOY, from our total sales, roughly around 25% constitutes from exports, as compared to last year, where it used to constitute around 13%. So, in a year's time, we have almost doubled our exports. Going forward with the USA market opening, we intend to see this particular percentage ramp up significantly. So I hope, that gives you the dynamics of where we are headed.
Yes, sir. That was very helpful. Thanks for that. The second question, so again, this is on the US market, and this is for both tiles, actually more pertaining to the tiles piece. So in the recent times, of course, Italy and Spain have also fallen back because of their own corona issues, and I guess and they were also substantial exporters to the US market.
Absolutely.
Once when things normalize, can these two countries, spoil the party for Indian players in the US market, or do they not have enough capacities? Any thoughts on that?
See, in Italy and Spain, they are mostly playing in the niche market. Okay, historically, not from today, from 25 years. Fortunately, I am in the industry from almost 20 years, so I can tell you whole history of ceramics or marble or granite, natural stones, everything, because I travel a lot world over. Okay. Now, when it comes to market, which is like a commodity kind of a market, when we talk about tiles and quartz, it was always compared between India and China. Okay, Italy has got their own niche market, Spain has their own market. Sometimes we are compared with Spain in the world.
7 to 10%.
Okay, but when it comes to quality, when it comes to pricing, we are much better than now even Spanish tiles. Around 10 years before, it used to be that, when Spanish tiles and Italian tiles used to be larger and better than us. Now, India has grown so much in last 15 years. India has grown technologically so much, and quantity-wise also we have increased so high quantity that our pricing is very competitive. Two, our technology is as good as any company which is making tiles in India, in Spain. So I think they cannot spoil our party anymore. And we are one among the players and will remain among the one player itself. And now once we have already started placing ourselves into the markets which were untapped market, it would be very difficult for China again if it enters 6 months, 1 year later to the same market to remove us. Because normally once you place yourself positively with quantity, design and price, normally the people, they don't change their suppliers so often.
Otherwise they would have changed China long time back. They wouldn't have reached these markets of 5,000 and 7,000 odd crores.
Right.
If that would have been the situation. Today we are competitive almost in tiles, and we are actually the leaders in India for quad, and the same stands now for international markets.
Right. Okay, yeah, that was also quite insightful. So just final question, this is more on the Morbi side. So in terms of players, would you be able to comment on how many are currently running, how many are still shut? Because if I read correctly, Gujarat Gas has said that their industrial volumes are back to normal. So does this mean that the current number of Morbi players who are operational, they are running at peak or maybe far better than normal capacity utilization in the past? And the factories which may still not have operationalized, do they not have any room to open up? Can you talk about something on those fronts?
See, in the beginning, if you have heard, I have briefed it about this thing that the numbers looks very aggressive because market is good for us. And Morbi market is even one step less than us. So, your information about the Gujarat Gas is correct, that volume has become almost normal now, and almost all the companies have started. I think more than 90% companies are operating. We were one among the first, I would once again emphasize on this thing, we were first among the one who started all the factories at a very early stage. And market looks to be very promising. So I think whatever the leftover are also there, they will start very soon.
Okay, so just to take away from what you just mentioned, that 90% of units are already operational in Morbi. And just a small thought from that is that since industrial gas volumes have come back to normal, the scope for a price cut in Morbi on the gas front looks low, unless there is a reduction in international prices, correct?
I don't think there would be immediate any price cut either in input or output, both. The reason being that there is a market. Market looks promising, okay. So I don't think there would be immediate any cut would be coming up.
Okay, sure. Thanks a lot for answering all my questions, and good luck for the
Thank you again. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you. A reminder to the participants, if you have a question, please press star then 1. Well, members of the management, that was the last question. There are no further questions. I would now like to hand the conference over to Mr. Praful Ghadani for his closing comments.
Thank you very much for hosting us, and thanks a lot for a very active support from your side. I thank everyone on behalf of our chairman, Mr. Kamlesh Patel, who has attended today this conference. Thank you very much, and we keep looking forward for all positive remarks and support from your side. And I promise our company is going to do much better than the last quarters and coming quarters. Thank you very much once again for being with us.